Hi, this is the example 4.5, chapter 4. The name of the chapter is Electric Fields in Material Space, Elements of Electromagnetics by Sadiq, 4th edition. So the problem is based on dielectric boundary conditions. What is this problem? Let us see. Two extensive homogeneous isotropic dielectrics meet on plane z is equal to 0. For z greater than 0, epsilon r1 is equal to 4, and for z less than 0, epsilon r is equal to 3. A uniform electric field E1 is equal to 5ax minus 2ay plus 3az kilovolt per meter exists for z greater than 0. Find what it is asked. There are 4 questions A, B, C, D. Find E2 for z less than 0 region. The angles E1 and E2 make with the interface. The energy densities in both dielectrics. The energy within the cube of side 2 meters, center at 3, 4, minus 5. So this is a very simple problem. Let us see how to solve this problem. So this problem, first let us draw the diagram carefully. So let us say this is the boundary between the two mediums. Let us say, so what is the given information? Z is equal to 0 is the boundary between two mediums. Say this medium is say z greater than 0. So for z greater than 0, what is epsilon r1 is given? Epsilon r1 is given as 4. And what is E1 is given in this material? So E1 is equal to 5ax minus 2ay plus 3az kilovolt per meter. So this is the given information. So what is this region? So this region is z less than 0 region. So what is epsilon r2 in this region? Epsilon r2 is equal to 3 is given in this medium. So now what we want to find out? So E1 is given. We want to find out E2. So let us make, suppose, so this is the tangential component of electric field E1t to the boundary. So this is the normal component of electric field intensity to the boundary. So this is given E1. So we have to write this diagram carefully. E1. So this is E1. So this is the tangential component to the boundary. This is the normal component to the boundary. Let us call this angle as theta 1. Theta 1 is the angle with respect to normal to the boundary. Similarly, resolve E2 in the same manner. So this is E2t is the tangential component to the boundary. E2n is the normal component to the boundary. So this is E2, so which we want to calculate. So this angle with respect to normal is say theta 2. So we want to find out what is E2 and theta 1 and theta 2. So since it is given, it is also given that, so because z is equal to 0 plane, the normal vector perpendicular to this boundary is, as you know that from basic knowledge, Az is the unit vector normal to the boundary. So first we have to plot the given information like this. So this problem, as I said earlier, the problem is based on dielectric boundary conditions. So dielectric boundary conditions. This is one dielectric, medium 1. Say this is another dielectric. Say this is medium 1. Say this is medium 2. So the dielectric, there are 4 boundary conditions. I am writing 2 boundary conditions. E1t is equal to E2t. That is the first boundary condition. So that means you can carefully observe that this component and this component are same across the boundary. So this component, tangential component, and this tangential component are same across the boundary. So that is E1t is equal to E2t, and D1n is equal to D2n. The flux, the normal component of flux densities are same across the boundary. So another relation between tan theta 1 and tan theta 2 is, so tan theta 1 by tan theta 2 is equal to medium constant, ratio of medium constant directly proportional epsilon 1 by epsilon 2. So these are the first boundary conditions. You have to remember to solve this problem, the boundary conditions. So from, if you substitute D is equal to epsilon E in this formula and in this formula, you will get the other two boundary conditions. So there were four boundary conditions. So by substituting D is equal to epsilon E, you get the other remaining two boundary conditions from these two conditions. And again, the relation between theta 1 and theta 2 and the medium constant is straightforward relation, tan theta 1 by tan theta 2 is equal to epsilon 1 by epsilon 2. So these are the formulas you have to remember to answer this very simple question. First let us find out what is given. Given E1 is equal to, what is even given? 5ax minus 2ay plus 3az kilovolt per meter. First you have to find carefully what is the E1n. So because you can see that Az is the normal component to this boundary. So therefore, so in this component, so this 3Ez is represented as the normal component, so that is E1n. So this component, the remaining component is taken as the tangential component E1t. First you have to separate from given E1. So this is E1t component, this is the normal component to the boundary 3Az. So let us write this separately. So what is E1t in this formula? So from the given information, 5ax minus 2ay, so kilovolt per meter, and what is E1n? The normal component is 3az kilovolt per meter. First you have to separate this information very carefully. Now straightforward we can calculate E2t, and if you calculate E2t and E2n, you can find out E2. So what I said, E1t is equal to E2t from the boundary conditions, so which we have mentioned here. So therefore what is E2t? E2t is nothing but as same as E1t. So therefore E1t, so what is E1t here? 5ax minus 2ay kilovolt per meter. So this one we have got E2t. Now what is our need? To calculate E2n. So from this diagram, so we have one more boundary condition. So D1n, the normal component of electric flux densities are same across the boundary. So from this relation you can write it as epsilon 1, D is epsilon 1 into E1n is equal to, this formula is written as epsilon 2 into E2n, from which we want E2n. So E2n is equal to what is written as epsilon 1 by epsilon 2 into E1n. So from this, what is epsilon 1? Epsilon naught into epsilon r1 by, what is epsilon 2? Epsilon naught into epsilon r2 into E1n. So from this relation, epsilon naught gets cancels out. What is epsilon r2? Epsilon r1 is given as 4, epsilon r2 is given as 3, and what is E1n we have found? 3az, substitute 3az here. So 3 gets cancels out, you get 4az. So therefore we have got E2n, 4az, and E2t. So therefore E2 is straightforward. So therefore what is E2? So E2 is equal to E2t plus E2n. So if you add tangential component, normal component, you find E2. So what is E2t? 5ax minus 2ay plus what is E2n? 4az. So the answer is kilovolt per meter. So this is the first answer for this very simple question. So this is kilovolt per meter. So this is E2t. So this is E2n. So this is what the E2 is. So the first question is very simple. Now the second question, let us find out what is the second question. It is asked to find out angles E1 and E2 make with the interface. In fact, the question should be given like this: with respect to normal to the interface. With respect to normal to the interface. From this diagram, the cos theta 1, write the cos theta 1 formula for the B question. So cos theta 1. Write cos theta 1. What is cos theta 1 from this diagram? E1n by adjacent side by diagonal side. So that is E1n by E1. So that is magnitude of E1n by E1 magnitude. So what is E1n? So E1n is 3 AZ. So magnitude is 3. What is E1 magnitude? So E1 magnitude is 5 square 9 plus minus 2 square 4 plus 3 square 9. So you can calculate that 5 square, in fact 5 square 25. So here you can see E1. So E1 is magnitude is 5 square 25 plus 4 plus 9. So that is what we have written here. So that is 3 by root 38. So from this, the theta 1 angle will become as cos inverse of 3 by root 38. So which comes out as 60.88 degrees. So this is the answer for theta 1. Very simple answer. Straightforward formula from the diagram. Let us similarly, what is cos theta 2 from the diagram? So cos theta 2 from the diagram is from this diagram. So what is cos theta 2? E2n by E2. So say write the same formula. So E2n magnitude by, so E2 vector magnitude. So what is E2n here? So E2n is 4 AZ, magnitude is 4 by E2 magnitude you can see that 25 plus 4 plus 16. So it will come out as 4 by 29, 35, 45. So root 45. You will get root 45. So therefore theta 2 is equal to cos inverse of 4 by root 45. So that which is equal to, it will come out as 53.4 degrees. So this is the simple answer for the angle theta 1 and theta 2 with respect to normal to the interface. So this is the answer for B question. Now third question is, it is asked to find out the energy densities. So energy densities. So very simple formula, energy density in medium 1. So energy density is energy per unit volume. So it is represented as small w1. What is the simple formula? Epsilon 1 magnitude of E1 square joule per meter cube. So this is the very simple formula, electrostatic energy density formula. Energy stored per unit volume. Substitute all the parameters. W1 is equal to half. Epsilon 1 is epsilon naught into epsilon R1 into magnitude of E1 square. So if you substitute all the values in this formula, 1 by 2 into what is epsilon naught? 8.854 into 10 power minus 12 farad per meter into what is epsilon R1 is given? Epsilon R1 is given 4. So magnitude of E1 is root 38. Root 38 whole square is 38. So if you simplify this, the energy density will come out as 0.673 millijoules per meter cube. So this is the answer for this electrostatic energy density in medium 1. So similarly, the electrostatic energy density in medium 2. So let us say small w2 is equal to what is the same formula? Small epsilon 2 into magnitude of E2 whole square joule per meter cube. Energy per unit volume. Substitute all the values in this formula. So therefore the W2 is equal to half energy, that is equal to half epsilon 2 is epsilon naught into epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 power minus 12. So what is epsilon naught to? Epsilon naught in this medium is 3. So into magnitude of E2 is 45. So 45 root 45 square is 45. So in which we will get it as W2 is equal to 0.5976 millijoule per meter cube. So this is the answer for electrostatic energy density. Electrostatic energy density in medium 1. So this one is the answer. The electrostatic energy density, this one is the answer. Now finally D question we will ask, answer very simple question, D question. Let us see this question D. The energy within a cube of side 2 meters centered at 3, 4, minus 5. So we want to find out the energy in the cube, of side 2 meters centered at, what is the given point? 3, 4, minus 5. From this point you carefully observe this. So this point you have to observe where this point lies. So z is equal to minus 5. Since z is equal to minus 5, this point, where it lies? This point lies in medium 2. So first you have to observe. So then we have one more formula from electrostatics. So the energy stored within the cube, capital W, is equal to, so half into volume integration of epsilon 2 into magnitude of E2 square into dV. So this is the formula where you can find this formula from electrostatics, the energy stored in a given volume. So substitute in this formula, you will get the final answer. So therefore, what you can write it is half, volume integration means 3 integrations. So each side is 2 is given of centered at, so x is varying from, add minus 1 and plus 1 to this, it will become x is varying from 2 to 4, y is varying from 3 to 5 because of each side is, so z is varying from minus 1, so that is minus 6 to minus 4, and what is epsilon naught? So already we have find out half epsilon 2 e2 square. So what is half epsilon 2 e2 square is, half epsilon 2 e2 square is 0.5976. So so already we have calculated this one, so remove half. So already we have calculated 0.5976 milli, that means 10 power minus 3 into, so in this formula already we have calculated epsilon 2, half epsilon 2 e2 square we have calculated, that is energy density. So substitute dV in Cartesian for dx, dy, dz. So therefore from this formula, so 0.5976 into 10 power minus 3 millijoules into, if you separate the integrals, so what is the volume of the cube of each side? Then 2 into 2 into 2, it will become 8. So the volume of the cube is 8, simple. So because each side is 2, so what is the volume of the cube? 2 into 2 into 2. Or you can separate these integrals, you can find the same answer. So therefore, finally the energy stored within the cube, which is in region 2, is, it will come out as 4.781 millijoules. So this is the answer for this problem, which you have to write in the examination. So you have to remember dielectric boundary conditions formulas to answer this question. Thank you.